Hey guys, it's Movie Mike, and welcome back to the From Broken to Built podcast. It's been an interesting week, full of transformative healing and some, growth. Just going through these changes. Life keeps throwing challenges at me, and I just keep showing up. At this point, it's predictable. Things are just going to keep happening, and I just need to stand my ground. Things might be happening to you too. It's best that you not buckle under all that pressure. You just gotta step into your confidence and show up. Handle it. Talk to somebody who will listen to you. Talk to God. Don't carry this weight alone. You have to open up. You have to share things with people. This is important growth. It's important for growth. This healing journey is not going to just do its thing on its own. You're going to have to help yourself. You're going to have to be open to experiencing healing. And we've already explained what that looks like. And sometimes you could start healing from, certain words or certain sentences that remind you of things. Just get yourself thinking. And when you get yourself thinking, that's when realness happens. Because a lot of people don't think and don't reflect. You need to sit back and reflect on your life. Like daily. Maybe multiple times a day. Just because there's so much happens in the day and we just let things happen. If we just slow down for a minute, take a moment for ourselves, and just try to understand what's going on. You could just watch life slip through your fingers and do nothing about it. Or you can wake up and you could take shit into your own hands. Hold yourself accountable and try to make some real changes. I'm realizing something this week. I haven't sat down with myself and planned out my future yet. And I want to do that. I'd like to make either a 5 or a 10-year plan and then start taking actionable steps towards achieving my dreams or goals. Doesn't always have to be dreams. Sometimes, just doing simple things are little victories. And that's really what we should live for, is those little victories. Because the big victories are going to come once you do the work. It's those little victories that build your self-esteem and confidence. It's those little wins that make you feel better about yourself. In order to heal, you're going to have to just let go. Whatever you're holding on to that you think you need to hold on to, just let it go. I have a story for you guys. Just a small story. But I was down in Owego with a really good friend of mine. And she was having a bad day. And we went down to the river walk. And there was a nice carved out set of steps made of block, like stone. And I thought that was the perfect moment for us to just sit and reflect and share some silence together. And we were sitting there watching the water just flow on by us. And next to us in the water was a bunch of water bugs. Now these water bugs, they looked like they were trying to do something. And I said to her, what do you think those bugs' purpose is right now? Do you think that they want to swim upstream and exhaust all of their energy? Or should they just let go and let that stream carry them to a better place? And think about that for a moment. Maybe you're that water bug that is just going against the current and you're not getting anywhere. And the moment you surrender and you let things just happen as part of God's plan, that's when the beauty starts to happen. When you stop obsessing over all the things, they will begin to make their way to you. Things will show up. People will show up. Opportunities will show up. Healing will show up. God will show up. You just gotta let go. You've been hanging on to this stuff for way too long. And just know, if you're depressed, it's probably because you're living in the past. And if you're anxious, well, it's the opposite. You're living in the future. We must remain in the now. It's the only way to be. You could plan for the future, but you cannot control the future. You can accept the past for what happened, but you cannot change any part of the past. It's already gone. It's best that you make new memories, don't count the bad days, and just be a little more easy on yourself. A lot of you that are listening, I know you're hard on yourself. I know when you wrong somebody, you beat yourself up over it. And you can't get past it. But you gotta forgive yourself. Because even that moment right there is gone. And you can make a choice. You could choose to be the same person that keeps hurting people, or you could do some work and change. Change is not scary. Change might be, unknown to you, but once you're in it and you accept change, it could lead to way bigger things. I've started my job at Advanced Auto Parts. I've been there for a week now. And I absolutely love it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It is pretty much the best job I've ever had. It's retail, working with auto parts, and the staff there are really cool. My boss is A1 steak sauce. And really, the only thing that sucks is the pay. But I'll tell you what, I'll take smaller pay for my mental health. My last job, it was very taxing mentally. You get beat up. You have to solve problems all day long. Behaviors. You have to deal with employees that really don't like their job, so they make it toxic for everybody else. And then on top of that, you have to be around people you don't want to be around. So if you're stuck in a situation, you're not stuck. If you're in a situation where you're unhappy, you're checked out, you find yourself going through the motions, it's time you do something about it. You're not stuck. You might be complacent because you got money coming in, but you're not stuck in that situation. You can get out. You can go to a place where you're appreciated. And you can switch up. You don't have to do what you don't have to do what you've always known. Try something new. I'm in sales now. And who would have thought that shy guy who was afraid to talk to people in school is now upselling motor oil and auto parts, and I'm bullshitting my way through it. Like, they fucking throw me to the wolves every day, and I just have to figure shit out. I ask a lot of questions, and I try to handle shit also on my own, because I don't want to have to rely on everybody. But it's good to ask for help in any walk of life. If you're going through some shit and you feel like you can't do it alone, reach out and ask for help. Talk to that man upstairs. He's waiting to hear from you. And don't just talk to him when you need something. Talk to him all the time. Check in with him like he's your dad. Because he is your dad. He's your father. Nobody's fatherless when they have God. That's the biggest mentor you can have. But anyway, this job is really cool, guys. And I'm thankful that have the ability to change my setting and be challenged in other ways. I'm way outside my comfort zone, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes right now. I'm not going to just sit idle and be an unemployed. Back to work. Working my ass off. And I like it that way. I don't want to sit around and do nothing. I want to solve problems and help people. I want to feel like I'm valuable. And I want job satisfaction. So, here we are. On a whole new journey. Different chapter. Same person. Just slightly changed. I'm trying. I'm really trying right now. I'm trying to grow myself. I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to be way better than I was last year. Not even the same guy I was last year. Doc told me I lost 50 pounds since last year. Told me I lowered my chances of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, all these diseases that we have because of our poor choices. I changed my relationship with food, and now I'm starting to see the benefits. I was talking to my personal trainer, and it's crazy. Like, I was so hasty. I wanted to get muscle so bad that we worked out when I should have been trying to lose weight. So there I was, like 320 pounds, had a ton of fucking muscle, but also a ton of fat. And I felt every bit of it, carrying that weight around. And I weighed in at the doctor the other day. It was around 270. I still got muscle. Still have a lot of fat I got to get rid of. But I'm in a happy place right now as far as my health goes. I do want better for my body. I don't identify as a fat person. I know I'm fat, but I'm not going to be fat forever. I'm going to step into my new body soon. That body's going to have a whole new mind and appreciation for life, self, and God. He's going to be a lot more healed than he was. And he's going to get the help that he needs. My doctor gave me a referral to a nurse practitioner who is also a psychologist. And I'm going to take that step. Got a lot of things that broke me in life. And it's best that I learn why these things happened, how to move forward, and how to heal. You could heal just by removing yourself from everybody. But the real healing happens when you face your problems head on. You take accountability for your actions. You accept that you hurt people and that you don't want to keep doing that. And by not healing, you're continuing to hurt people. I know you don't want to hurt anybody else. Things just happen. When you're unhealed, things just happen. You got to start a journal, a diary. This is going to help you. Talk about what's going on inside your brain. Empty it out. Any doubts, insecurities, any breakthrough moments. Put it all down there so you could track your progress. It's amazing to see where you were just a few months ago mentally. Just a few months of self-care, showing up for yourself, going with the flow. You're like a whole new person. And that's what we want. But listen, we don't want to have to delete ourselves to make other people happy. You got to accept that there's some things that are just part of your nature. And until they become an awareness, you're going to keep slipping up. It's good to have people keep it real with you. Have people check your blind spots for you. What do I mean by that? You're not fully aware of everything you do because you're living life. You need people that will tell you when you're fucking up. They will tell you areas of yourself that are weak and need growth. And they're not there to stroke your ego. They're there to expose the truth, help you transform so that you can love better. Keeping it real does not necessarily mean you have to be harsh. You could still be respectful and keep it real with somebody. And they will respect you even more for how you respected them during that time. Give your people permission to keep it real with you, and you keep it real with them. Authenticity speaks for itself. People know what's fake, and they know what's real. They want the real around. And the fake, well, the fake will always be exposed. And oftentimes, you don't even have to expose the fake. You can just let the fake be and watch the fake ruin itself. When you're fake and you're living a double life, you're not being who you are all the time, that could take a major toll on your mental health. You might even develop a personality disorder just from being fake. Don't lie to people. I don't care who you are. Everybody lies to protect themselves. But you should be honest. Don't beat around the bush with people. Still, be respectful. But if something's bothering you, you need to let it be known so it can get handled. Things do not change when we keep things bottled up. You have to be vulnerable sometimes. And that might look weak to you, but that's honestly building strength and confidence and trust. Don't be afraid to keep it real with people, especially me. If you know me, I want you to always keep it real with me. I don't want no yes men. It's bad enough that I like to please people. I've been known to be a yes man. But lately, over the last few years, I speak my mind, and I'm very intense. I don't want to be intense. It's just how I developed. It's who I became, based on all the things in life that happened. One thing I'm not, though, is bitter. I'm still very optimistic. I still want a future. I still want to heal. And I still want to grow. I'm in motion right now. If you're staying still, that's your problem. You got to get in motion. You got to get out there and keep that brain busy. Or else that brain is going to do what the brain does. You already know. And you don't want the brain to do what it does. The brain will protect itself. So get in motion. Write your 5-year plan. Start taking steps. Don't talk about it. Just do it. People won't respect you for talking about it. They'll respect you after it's done. They'll know you feel accomplished. And you're going to build confidence. A lot of people are going through some shit right now. There was a tornado that ripped through the area, knocked out power for a lot of people. A lot of people had to throw away their food. They had to go without electric for a couple days. And just that little thing right there is enough to ruin somebody's world. Like, people are barely scraping by. And then something like that happens. These are all tests. They're all just tests. And they might not be deliberate tests. but you could take them as tests. And the way you respond, react, the way you show up, these are all things that determine whether or not you pass that test. And there is no grade for that test. That test is the test of character. If you have good character, you're going to pass every time. Because you have integrity, you do what's right, nobody's looking, and you're honest. At least I hope you are. Life is good, guys. Life is good. Some days I feel more full than I've ever been, and I think, how could this be? How could a man who lost pretty much everything feel this complete? That's God. It's God doing it. God's been sending people into my life recently. He's been showing up in people to talk to me, to tell me things that I need to hear in order to move on and grow. There was a guy that came into Advanced Auto Parts. It was early in the morning. He was one of my first customers. And he complimented my necklace. Now my necklace is, just to give you a description, it's black. It looks like about a 1-inch stone. It's got like 4 corners on it. And it contains my sister's ashes. I let this guy know that it's my sister. And he apologized. And he let me know that he had lost a daughter to cancer. And he got her memorialized on his arm with her ashes as a tattoo. And this guy, he let me know that after his daughter died, he spiraled. Pretty much gave up on everything. He was 600 pounds. He had a lot of things wrong with him, including numbness in his feet. When you get that heavy, things just stop working. And when you're that heavy, you're gonna have poor circulation sometimes. But anyway, this guy spoke to me, and I truly felt like it was God sending him to talk to me. He said that when he got into a car accident, he was at his bottom, and he cried out to the Lord, and he surrendered. And he said, I can't do this on my own anymore. And then beautiful things started to happen for this guy. Things that were stolen from him were finding their way back to him. The numbness in his feet was gone. He lost a ton of weight. He was around 300 pounds when I saw him. Looked really good. It's amazing what God can do when you let him. He wants to be in your life. He wants a relationship. You got to stop turning your back on God. He didn't do anything to you. Gave you everything you wanted. All the times you felt alone and you asked for change, he went to work for you. You just stopped paying attention to what you wanted. Because you want new things all the time. But you got to remember, those things that you asked for started going to work as soon as you brought them into existence. As soon as you spoke those words, God goes to work. You don't get instant results. But what you do get is clarity. I can only hope that you gain clarity, that you understand what you want out of this life, and that you are brave enough to go chase that. Do not sit and do nothing with your life. When you're healing, you got to also keep in mind what you want this new version of you to do. You can't do the same shit the old version of you did. So you're going to get the same results. You got to switch it up. Switch your job. Switch your friends. Change your clothes. Like, not change your clothes. I mean, throw your clothes away and get new clothes. Because that's the old you. That's the old life. That's the old Mike. Rocking them baggy ass t-shirts because you're in between sizes. By the way, I can't wait to go shopping. That's part of self-care too, is treating yourself to make yourself feel better about yourself. The clothes, haircut, taking a shower, shaving, just doing all these little things for yourself that build confidence and trust within yourself. It's not to say that you're going to have it all figured out when it's done, but you will not be so afraid to move forward. You will not be so afraid to try new things. And most importantly, you're not going to be so afraid to fail. You got to get out there and fail. Get it out of the way. If you're not failing, you're not learning. And if you're not learning, you're just going to sit there and rot. Like a simple Ronnie Simpleton. I want to get some guests on here. Talk about healing. I want to hear some stories. I want to share some stories and insights. I'm really excited about this podcast. And where it's headed, I don't know. But I know a bunch of people sparked interest and want to be guests. And it's up to me to make that happen. Right now, I'm trying to just pump out an episode every week. Update you guys on what's going on in my life. And still continue to work on my healing. You can't force healing. Like, even an open wound takes a couple days before it scabs and it works its way into healing again. Sometimes you rip that scab off because you wanted to be reminded of what that old life was like. But you gotta leave that scab on. You gotta keep it dry. Don't let moisture set into it. It could cause infection. And you gotta take care of that until it's fully healed. We can't take things for granted anymore. Life is just way too short and uncertain. We can't hold on to anger anymore. Because we're all going to die. And what if that person dies and you had all this resentment and you just never resolved anything? You're going to beat yourself up. And you're going to regress. Just keep showing up, guys. Show up for yourself. Allow the healing to happen. Surrender to God. Allow for your life to unfold. Get your hands off the corners. Stop trying to unfold it yourself. that will unfold with time. Everything will unfold with time. Stop forcing things. Listen to the water bugs. The other water bugs. Some of the water bugs were floating downstream. There was just a handful of them that thought that life would be a lot better if they swam up current. And I don't know if these bugs are like slow or something, but they weren't going anywhere. They were just kicking their legs and not going anywhere. And that's life right there. Some of y'all are just kicking your legs, swimming against the current. You're not gaining anything. And as soon as you try to relax and you catch your breath, that current is going to carry you to a better place. And you don't have to fight to get out of the current. You could literally let it carry you until it stops. Until you wash up on a piece of land. And that's your new life. You knock down some trees. You build a house. You build a furnace. You build a crafting table. Wait, that's Minecraft. But no, guys, you gotta carve out a new life for yourself. You don't have to be the same fuck up you've always been. You have the ability to change. Try to reach self-awareness. Reflect on things often. Change your behavior. Apologize for your actions. And just try to make things right. Don't count the bad days. Count the good memories. Create more of them so that they can replace the bad memories. Allow those bad memories to just float off and forgive yourself. We're all going to have a bad day. You could have multiple bad days in a row. It doesn't define you. It doesn't mean you're, lost and broken. You're just having a day. So have that day. Forgive yourself for having that day. And try not to have the same day tomorrow. When you wake up, thank God for waking you up. When you wake up, do something uplifting. You got to rewire your brain. That internal dialogue needs to change. These words are spells. These things that you say about yourself become true. Be nicer to yourself. Don't brag about yourself, but be confident in who you are. Step into your light. Don't be afraid to shine. There's a lot of darkness out there. And you can fill in those shadows like it's nothing. All you gotta do is turn your light back on. Pay your fucking electric bill. For real though. Get your electric paid so you can still shine the light. You don't know this, but you touch people. You impact people's lives with your light. It's the unspoken. If you see people, animals, just naturally attracted to you, it's because of your light. You might have a very bright light. And you don't know how you're doing this, but you're helping others. And they remember you. Because you're so blinding. You're blinding to be around. And that's okay. Because I'd rather be blind with light than blind with darkness. Any day. You could adjust to the light. But the dark, without any light bouncing off the moon to reflect, you're just out there lost. wandering around, hoping for something good to happen. You take that shit into your own hands. You take healing into your own hands. And also, you surrender. You submit to God. You let Him know, I've been doing this on my own for far too long. I need your help. And just like that, it's as that easy. He will help you. Talk to Him. Pray. Use His name. Just go easy on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself anymore. And if you got some vices that are holding you back, you quit them cold turkey. Get in the gym. Treat your mind right. Treat your body right. And in return, you will have mental strength to handle the hard times. Guys, I'm not going to keep this episode going too long. I like everything that's being said. Carrying an episode by yourself really isn't as hard as it seems. Just as long as you have something to say. And I do have things to say. Life just keeps happening. I'm stuck in the middle right now. I wish that I had all the resources and finances to have the type of life I want. But that will come in time. Remember, you can't force anything. When it's your turn to experience the good life, just open up and allow it to happen. Guys, keep healing. Forgive. Be patient. Be strong. Don't keep falling into the same behaviors that hurt people. Don't be afraid to apologize when you've wronged somebody. And just keep showing up. Every little bit counts. Nothing is in vain when you're trying. And we're all trying right now. We don't want to be hurt. We don't want to be broken. Trying to find that glue to put all the pieces back together. And even though that's an old you that you're putting back together, you're doing it with new pieces. The old pieces got thrown out. But it looks like a whole new puzzle now. You gotta check to see if all the pieces are there. You lay them out, flip them right side up, and you start grouping them to match the other ones. And pretty soon, before you know it, that 2,000 piece puzzle is complete. And you can move on and go complete something else. You just don't stop. It's those little victories you're chasing. Until you can get to those big victories. But don't even worry about those big victories. Once you do the work, those big victories are going to come. Guys, thanks for listening. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you. If you want to engage with me on Patreon, I'd appreciate that. Just let me know you're listening. Let me know what you want to hear from me. Share some stories. And most of all, take it from broken to built. And that's where we're at with it. This is Movie Mics from Broken to Built podcast. And we just finished episode 3. You guys have a good weekend. Stay productive. And just stay in motion. Peace.